Hello and welcome. This is Good Morning Kenya. My name is Alan Auko, standing in for Ram Aguko. Well, now you have a very interesting session coming up. We have a guest and we will talk about social impact and women and especially girls. Today we have with us Jemima Nyarondia, who is the founder of a community-based organization called Born to Be Awesome Initiative that helps needy girls with sanitary towels. Good morning to you, Jemima.
Good morning, Alan.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Well, what our viewers might also be interested to know is what is the social impact you have? But first of all, tell us about yourself.
Okay, thank you, Alan. I'm Jemima Nyarondia, born and raised in Nairobi. I'm lucky and happy to be raised in a in a Christian family. I'm an SDA. My path to this story is like when I was raised and when I became a teenage girl, I never knew girls would lack sanitary towels. The way I was brought up, I could choose what kind of sanitary towel I could use. If it's this brand, I will, any brand I would like, my mom could buy for me. But I never knew there are some girls who lack sanitary towels and look for other options that are very unhygiene. So me sitting down, seeing what girls go through, watching on TV, news after news, what girls are going through out there, it's so sad. It's so sad because most families don't afford these things, and other families, it's like a luxury to them. So like me coming up with Born to Be Awesome Initiative, it's a story back in Kirinyaga County where I live. A certain girl, I won't mention her name.
Okay.
A certain girl came to me, and just a neighbor. She's not, she was like so disturbed, and listening to her story, because I asked her, she was crying. So, because I asked her, what's up, young girl? As in, why are you crying like this? She was like, for me, I have no other option. Nimetumia viraka, nimetumia kila kitu for me to manage to go to school, but haiwezekani. So listening to her and asking her about her background, it's true. Liwe liwalo, she can't afford a pack.
So this was just part of the spark that gave you the idea.
Yes.
How did you actually manage to start this up with that one example?
Okay. So I started doing my research, as in like you hear there's this common story, boda guys sleeping with young girls to at least afford a pack of sanitary pads that go for 50 shillings. To her, she was like, if I go sleep with these boda guys, sawa, I will benefit. I might get that 50 shillings. I'll sleep with this boda guy. I'll get my pack. I'll have my menses in peace. But at the back of her mind, she was like, I might get pregnant, I might get STIs, and then my education will come to a stop. So doing my research, I found out in my area, most of the girls, as in, it's so hard for them to get these sanitary pads. Wengine wamejaza deni kwa duka ya sanitary pads. Alafu pia like they don't open up easily to like borrow or something. You know, it's easy maybe for me it's easy to go knock a neighbor's house and ask her, "Woye, uko na ka pad kamoja unisaidie?" Na maybe to her it's not easy. They shy off. Alafu ndio wanaanza. they're coming. It's when they are knowing what menses are, so they shy off, and then it lowers their esteem. Some of them, like when you ask them, because I've talked to several of them, most of them, they say, when I'm on my periods, I'd rather stay back at home than go to school. Nitachekelewa, I shy off going to the loo to change my sanitaries. Boys will laugh at me because I have big pimples on my face. Yani, that stage, it lowers their self-esteem.
And so, for those who are curious and are just tuning in just now, perhaps you've talked about the challenge of the cost of these pads. What about the availability and quality of this essential need? Are they widely available in all the regions? And what quality do we have there that made you also look like and say, no, something has to change?
Thank you for that. About the quality, there are so many brands in the market, many of them. It's you to choose which one you'll prefer to use. But when you start using these sanitary towels, you'll find out there are some that won't contain your heavy flow. There are some that will have some burning sensation. There are some that won't last you even 4 hours. So like you like trying brands to see the one that need to get one that is comfortable with you. So like for me, when I give these girls these sanitary towels, I identify a brand that I myself use. Ukitaka kusaidia mtu pale nje, tafadhali msaidie na kitu itamsaidia na haitamdhuru. A brand that will make her comfortable in class. A brand that when she goes out for athletics, football, those games in school, she'll be comfortable. A brand, some of them wanasema, give me something that no one will notice I'm on my menses. Okay? There are such brands. And a brand that won't affect her health-wise, and something that she'll be comfortable, she'll be like, I'm in my menses and no one knows. I'm proud. Ako pale class, I'm like, hey, nini, yani that girl is active. Yeah. And about the cost, most of the brands, the sanitary towels, the price went up, and it has become a big challenge. Even a challenge to where I live or where you live. There are some who don't stock now sanitary towels because of the price. There are some who will stock, and that sanitary towel will be in that shop for like, I don't know how long, until it expires because of the cost. We were like requesting even other brands to like pack at least, even if it's 3 pieces in a pack, something someone can afford. At least I have something to use this month. Because the price, imagine 50 shillings saizi, getting 50 shillings is a challenge. Is a challenge to many people. Some of these girls that I help, I have to give them like a year supply. Because some of them told me, they called me auntie your pads. Auntie your pads. Imagine me, even if you give me these 2 packets, they'll only last me 2 months. And then after 2 months, what will happen? Because ata mama fanye nini juu chini, imagine I won't get a packet after these 2 packets. Whatever mom will do, I won't kabisa. So you have to tia bidii and supply her like a whole year. Yeah.
And what you brought out there is very interesting. You brought the issue of guiding them towards how to use these pads, what they need. So this means that you also instill in them some kind of civic education on how you teach them.
Yes.
Even maybe they go into this unaware, they don't know what to do, so you also guide them in that way.
Yeah. Okay. Coming to that, when I founded Born to be Awesome initiative, I have a very good partner, my close friend called Teria de la Tacos. We've been visiting schools, mostly in the western side of the country. There is where we started this initiative, sharing the sanitary towels. We've visited several schools there, and when we visit, we look for a most needy school where we'll go share the sanitary towels. We talk to the administration first. We talk to them, we talk about, they tell us about the girls, some of the background of the girls, and then we take the number of girls, and then we come up with a number of packets, and then we go share. Before sharing, we gather all of them together. We talk to them about menstrual hygiene and menstrual trauma. And then some of them we noticed they need to be talked about mental health. We discovered most of these girls, when they start their menses, they shy off from the society. Some of them decide they will never go back to school. Some of them, they see blood like something so strange in their life that it traumatizes them. They become traumatized in a way that this girl, at her concentration in class, haiko kabisa. Ata when we ask the teachers, they'll tell you, hey, this girl, ever since she started her menses, she's on her own, always on her own, and most of the time misses class. She doesn't understand what is happening to her body. Though some of them, it is in the syllabus. Though some of them, they've been taught. They know what is happening, what is puberty. I'm a preteen now, I'm a teenager. But some of them, it's like, sawa, they've been taught this, but it's a change in life that they need to be talked to and come out to be like, I'm now becoming a woman. I'm becoming a woman, and my body has to change, and I have to adapt to these changes. So we get some of these girls, we talk to them. We make them understand what is happening to their bodies. We make them understand they're becoming now a woman. We make them understand the precautions they have to take, because that change can cause a lot in life. We talk to them, we share them, we share stories, we give them examples of big people in the society to make them comfortable, to know actually we use this term, we tell them, nyinyi ni wa maana, mwanamke ni wa maana. In the society, we actually, when we talk to them, we actually even at times mix them with boys, for these boys to understand what is going on with their sisters. For these boys to have, we talk to the boys so that their sisters can be comfortable when they are around them. Kuna wanasema wanatusiwangwa sana, anaambiwa we toka unanuka, wewe sijui nini. Hey, they share a lot. But then when you talk to these girls, when you share a story with them, they will open up.
They will always open up.
They will always open up.
And that brings in a very interesting aspect where perhaps, are there other ways you can partner with stakeholders, maybe like other schools, maybe like how you've said, the boys are also educated on what's happening. How best can organizations like yours partner with the education stakeholders, like schools, where they come from, just to, even if it's going to give a talk, how best can this be done so that there's greater awareness to the public about this?
Okay. I would urge them, these stakeholders, I will urge them, when they go for these talks in schools, most of the time we separate from the boys. Sema, nimekuja tu na because of the girl child. Nimekuja ku build girl child. At times I feel we do wrong. Because most of us, that's what we do. At times I feel we do wrong. We should, when we gather these girls together, gather the boys too. Share with them what you have. Okay, you might not be having carried something for the boys, but whatever you'll talk to them, atatoka hapo kama amebeba something. Yeah? Okay, I will share the sanitary pads with the girls, but at the end of the day, this boy will know how to take care of her sister when these things happen. Because most of the boys don't know what a mens is. Ata wengi will ignore. When a girl will mess her uniform, atamcheka. Ata atamwambia toka hapa wewe nini weni mchafu. But when we talk with these girls, talk with the boys too. Make them understand what their sisters are going through. Make them understand. Talk to them. Ata, they're the ones who are supposed to be helping their sister. Shoulder to lean on, I say. Like, Ata, there's something I saw on social media. There's a young girl who started a menses in a matatu. They were going home. It's from a mixed school. They were going home. And the boy was like, he became concerned. Akamtolea his sweater, akamwambia ajifunge, amlete sweater kesho shule. You see? This is a boy who understands what really happened to this girl. So something like that. When we talk to these girls, share with the boys too. And if you're able to share even like anything hygienically with the boys, like a soap, toothpaste, share with them. Ata how ata feel boy child has been taken care of. Because like in our initiative, we are bringing up sharing of boxers to the boys. Yeah. When we give the girls the sanitaries, we give the boys boxers. At least they feel like they are ata how amekuwa appreciated in the society. Because most of the schools we visit, the boys huwa wanachungulia from the window. Na sisi, umetuletea nini? Na sisi. Then we were like, nyewe, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
They also want to feel included.
Yeah, it's not fair.
As we come to nearly the end of this interview, it's a very large topic. It's something that needs to go out. It's social impact. Perhaps you can tell our viewers who are watching you today, where do you go from here? What can you do to make sure that the level at which the girl child is suffering right now because of such issues, which will not even be happening in this century, that it is elevated, it's removed, even in the future? Like, let's start with 5 years from now.
5 years
Where do you
from now.
see ourselves?
For me, I could say if the sanitary towels, their prices could be lowered, we will be glad. If the sanitary towels could be removed from taxis, tutafurahia sana. There is this thing, when you go to even these public toilets here in town, you'll get a condom for free. Condoms are given for free. Mbona si sanitary towel? Yeah? I also want to walk in that public toilet and get a sanitary towel for free. Not pay 10 bob or 20 bob to get a sanitary towel, but in a dispenser there, nikijua when these things happen in town, abrupt, because at times it comes without you knowing. I'll walk into a public toilet, get a sanitary towel for free from a dispenser. And my day will go on well. So it is our plea. Most of us who do this, we will really love to see one day watu wanaambiwa kujieni pads for free.
And have you seen any movement towards that?
Okay, I've seen some of our leaders trying to make noise about it. So we are just waiting to see what will happen. We hope most of us will be, most of the girls watatoka kwa hii shida. In my recent visit me and my partner, we visited Mount Elgon. Mount Elgon is a hardship area. We visited some 2 schools. Before we visited, we had asked for the number of girls, the preteens and teenagers in the school. We had asked for the number of girls so that we know how many packets we will carry with us. We reached a certain school, almost at the top ya mlima ya Mount Elgon. Visiting that school, okay, they were happy to see us. And then when we told the teachers, now gather the girls, we told you about, gather the girls, we share with them what we have. We have to talk to them first before we share what we have. So the teacher had given us a number of like 123 girls. So when we were told the girls are ready, we go to the class. We could count the girls. There were like 10. So I asked the teacher, Kwani, what's happening? You had given us a big number, not 10 girls. The teacher was like, after you talk to these few girls, we need to share a lot. So we shared a lot with the teacher. The teacher was like, you see these girls, most of them, when they start their menses, their mothers tell them, umesha kuwa mwanamke. There's no need of you going to school. Why should you struggle to get a sanitary towel? Go get married. Imagine that's what it's happening in Mount Elgon. There's no need of you going back to school. Get someone who will be supplying you with sanitary towels. Just go get married. It was so sad. It was so sad. Yani, you couldn't imagine, like, you had been given a big number of girls, and then reaching there, you're only talking to just a few of them. And then when you ask where the rest, you're being told it's a sad story. It's a sad situation back there in Mount Elgon. You're
bringing the issue of culture, interfering with progress here. Indeed, it's a very large topic, and we'd really love to talk so much more about it. However, maybe perhaps in your final words, maybe tell the girls who are watching you right now, talk to them, give them hope. What would you like to tell them about this?
My dear girls out there, especially those who are coming into puberty, teenagers, a change of life in a girl, when a girl grows, she has to experience changes in her body. It is normal. It is normal. As I always tell my girls, it is not a disease to have menses. It is not, and it will never be a disease. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your menses, because you've become, I don't know how I'll put it, you've become someone different. Lenga kwingine sasa. Acha ya ile utotoni. You've become someone else in the society. Start building yourself. Start building your self-esteem. Penda education yako. Always talk it out when you have something in you. Always talk it out. And we will always come to you to give you a smile. You know, when a girl smiles, I say God is in the presence of that girl. And when a girl smiles, there is a healthy family coming up. Because sisi ndio vioo cha society. We are the mirror of the society. We are the ones who build a family. Without us, a lot will go down. So when this girl is proud in school, when this girl is comfortable in school, when this girl is able to go about her talents in school, because alipata that packet, akaka class, and she was comfortable in her menses, everyone will always smile.
Jemima Nyandoria, thank you so much for speaking to us. Asante sana, and you have to come back so that we raise awareness and talk about social impact, especially when it comes to sanitary pads. Asante sana. There you have it, viewers. We have been speaking to Jemima Nyandoria from the Born to be Awesome initiative. We are talking about how to empower the girl child when it comes to sanitary pads and the legislation or lack thereof of how to make them available to everyone. We do hope you enjoyed this interview, and we can, of course, keep the conversation going on our social media platforms at KBC Channel 1 on Twitter and on Facebook and other platforms as well. Do give us your insight. Let's talk about this. Let's destigmatize the whole thing that is happening here about sanitary pads and girl child. There we have it. Thank you so much for watching. This is Good Morning Kenya. My name is Alan Naoko. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing. Asante sana.